So I'm back here to finish unboxing the case of Pathfinder Battles Skull Shackles pre-painted plastic figures unboxing. This is the fourth and final brick. If you're really not interested in watching the particular unboxing but still kind of see the distribution of opening a case, I will have a summary video where I'll kind of have all the figures set out on the table so you can kind of see how many of each common, uncommon, rare that you're going to be likely to get in the case. Of course, experience may vary. So we have the first box here. So I have a repeat of an uncommon, but it's a good repeat because this is only the second one that I've gotten. And this is the Giant Wasp. And it has a nice paint job on it. Real sinister looking head there. Some transparent wings. And then this is the second Sea Devil, and that's a common, so it's a good repeat. This is about the fourth Pirate Smuggler. That's a good generic pirate figure, a good repeat. And this is the third Sadak Goldtooth, I believe. He's a half-elf pirate, or not a half-elf, a half-orc pirate. And he's kind of a adversarial NPC in the adventure path, so the particular character not a really good repeat. I think I've said in the other videos that's one of the drawbacks. They make a lot of their NPC characters from their adventure uncommon, which means you're going to get multiples of them. So the more unique they look and the less generic they look, the less useful the repeats are. So you could, if you had a crew of, maybe some half-orc bandits, that might work well for a generic figure. I'm not real sure. But I do like the repeats here. And the Hell Wasp. But that's a couple of uncommons and a couple of commons in that pack. We got pack number 2. I'm still short 2 of the rares from the set, and they're both large, so I'm not sure how much luck I'll have in getting either one of those. Got one of them right here, actually. And I want to say 1, 2, and I'm short a couple of the other rares too, so chances aren't looking good that I'm going to get all the rares from this box. But this is the Whale is his name, but this is a large Grindilo. Kind of an octopus, goblin, shark looking creature. It's the first one of those, so I'll get another Sea Devil in this brick. That's a good repeat. It's going to be the third Kurdak Bonefist, and he's more of a unique looking pirate captain. And then again, another Wereshark Pirate, which is a good repeat, because both of these are going to be in groups. Get another shark. So this is going to be the 6th shark, the 3rd Great White version. So I've got 3 Hammerhead and 3 Great White. It's a decent repeat. I have another Salissa. She is a NPC Naga, medium base. That's like the 3rd one of her I've gotten, so not a great repeat. Another Were Rat, and another Sea Devil Champion. I believe that's the 3rd one of those I've gotten. I'd much rather have more Sea Devils than Sea Devil Champions, but it's a couple of commons and a couple of uncommons. I like the commons I got better there than the uncommons. Yeah, really not looking like I'm going to get all the rares out of this case, which is a shame. I think the Rise of the Rune Lords and the Shattered Star cases, I got one of every figure. So this looks like the last large rare that I don't have, and this is the, I know I'm saying it wrong, Sahuguin. The Sea Devils is what they're called in the adventure. This is kind of the matron, kind of like the brood mother. Let's see, she's just kind of a little more obese or stretched out than the others. And we got another Elder Bricholacus, and that's kind of an aquatic undead, another rat swarm, so good commons for repeats. And this is an uncommon NPC again, but it has more of a generic look to it, kind of a naval officer look, so it's not a bad repeat there. Good pack altogether. So pack number 5. I think Gilbrock the Tongue and Lyrian the Human Gunslinger, one of the iconics. There's only 2 rares that I haven't gotten now. So out of 4 packs, it's not likely that I'm going to get them, but they're both medium bases. So we have another Drowning Devil here, and this is an uncommon. This is the second one I believe I've gotten. Kind of a Cthulhuid aquatic creature. This is a Vine Choker. It's only the second one of those I've gotten. We have another NPC, Tessa Fairwind. She's a pirate captain, but she has a more of a generic look to her, so it's not necessarily bad. You could use her for just kind of a pirate. And we have a Chelish Marine, which is a good repeat because you're going to encounter those in groups. So this is pack number 6. So it looks like I got the last iconic in this pack. And this is the 3rd Sea Troll. So it looks like you're going to get 2 to 3 of each of the large uncommons. Just the nature of how they've packed this. So it's another Sea Troll. It's one of the nicer looking miniatures. If you can, unless you just aesthetically don't like the big underbite. And then we get another repeat of an NPC pirate you run into, and it's Sandara Quinn. But again, she has a nice generic pirate magic user look to her. Another blood bug, which is good for a sturge. And then we have Lyrian the Human Gunslinger here. So this is another one of their iconic characters. For each of their character classes, they kind of come up with a artwork and a little background for the ideal or their iconic version of that particular character to kind of represent it throughout the story arc and the artwork. So that's the second iconic out of there. The first one was the Half-Elf Magus Silatiel. So only 1 rare that I haven't got and 2 packs for it to be in. And it's kind of a magic user shaman kind of guy. So this is pack number 7. So another Drowning Devil in this brick. The brick distribution is not real good in this one. They seem to be getting lots of repeats, especially on these in the bricks. Overall, in the case distribution, it looks to be about average what they have, but for the brick distribution, they really seem to be clumped together. So another Cthulhuid-looking aquatic creature. And then we have a repeat of the Ambrose Croup Fish Guts, the cook from the first adventure. So not a great repeat. How many times you're going to need kind of a cook-looking character. And then a couple of nice repeats on common. You need lots of Grindy Lows in the adventure, and you get big encounters with the Elder Bricolacuses. So 2 good common repeats there. And the last box here, we will see if we're actually going to get a full set out of this. And we will. So, your large is another uncommon. I believe this is the only 3rd Cyclops. So, and you'll need more Cyclopses. I have a bunch of the other D&D miniature Cyclopses, so this kind of adds a little variety to the collection that I have. And then we're going to get Gilbrock the Tongue. Let's see, he's kind of has a little magic coming out. He's got a monkey, and what is that up there? A snake. Kind of almost has a beggar-like look to him. Have a repeat on Lucaria. She's kind of an NPC witch cultist. And another lady ghoul. So a good pack altogether. So that's the last brick to open up for the case. I'll come back and do a summary video, and I'll lay all the miniatures out so you can get an idea of how many repeats of each of the commons and uncommons you're going to get. Looks like you are likely to get at least one of each rare if you buy a case. Your distribution may vary. This is the third case of Pathfinder battles I've bought, and I've gotten one of each miniature, including one of all the rares I've bought. So they do a good job in that distribution sense, but I'll talk more on that in the summary video.